Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum girls. In today's lecture we discussed about the Laplace correction. In our last lecture we discussed about the Newton formula for finding speed of sound, and we discussed that Newton used the isothermal condition for finding formula for speed of sound. Under isothermal condition, Boyle's law can be applied, and according to Boyle's law, pressure and volume are inversely related with one another at a constant temperature. So Newton used the Boyle's law for finding the formula of speed of sound, and he said that whenever sound wave travel in a gaseous medium, then there is just variation in the pressure and volume, but the temperature of the medium remain fixed. So by using isothermal condition and Boyle's law, Newton find the formula and he calculated the speed of sound which is equal to 281 meter per second. But experimentally we find that the speed of sound is 332 meter per second. Means the value found by the Newton is 16% less than the experimental value for the speed of sound. So Newton formula is not correct formula for finding speed of sound. Laplace is a French mathematician. He makes certain changes in Newton formula and he finds the exact formula and exact value of speed of sound which coincide with the experimental value. Laplace said that as sound wave is a longitudinal wave and its travel in form of compression and rarefaction in a gaseous medium. So when sound wave travel inside a gaseous medium, then there is formation of compression and rarefaction. In compression, the particle of gaseous medium like air compress together, means their pressure increases. So when pressure increases, along with there is increase of the temperature at the compressional point. And when there is formation of rarefaction, then temperature decreases. During compression, temperature increases. During rarefaction, temperature decreases. As sound wave travel inside a gaseous medium, the temperature of the medium not remain constant. There is change of temperature during formation of compression and rarefaction. So we cannot apply the Boyle's law for calculation of speed of sound in a gaseous medium. Laplace said that temperature of the medium during transformation of sound not remain constant, but heat remain constant. As we talk about the gaseous medium, like air is a gaseous medium and air is the bed conductor. So when there is increase of temperature during compression, and then there is no loss of heat, and when there is formation of compression, there is decrease of temperature, but there is no gain of heat. So no heat loss or gain during the travel of the sound wave in a gaseous medium. Means the heat of the medium remain constant. So we apply the adiabatic condition for finding speed of sound. Under adiabatic condition, the Newton formula, Boyle's law, which is PV is equal to constant. We use this formula under isothermal condition, but during the travel of the sound wave inside a gaseous medium, temperature not remain constant, so we not apply this Boyle's law. Instead of Boyle's law, we use adiabatic condition, at which Boyle's law become PV power gamma is equal to constant, where P is the pressure of the gaseous medium, V is the volume of the gaseous medium, and gamma is constant. That's equal to Cp by Cv. What is Cp? Cp is specific heat capacity at constant pressure, and Cv is specific heat capacity at constant volume. So instead of PV is equal to constant, we use the formula PV power gamma is equal to constant. By using this formula, we find the formula for calculation of speed of sound, which give the exact value of the speed of sound. As we know that sound wave is a compressional wave, or we can say that it's a longitudinal wave, and we discussed in previous lecture that speed of the longitudinal or compressional wave depend upon the elasticity of the medium. We can say that elastic modulus, and as well as it's depend upon the density of the medium. So we find the elastic modulus of the medium, that's gaseous medium, and we find the density of the medium, and when we replace the elastic modulus value and density value in this equation, we can find the value of speed of sound. So by using this law, we can find the formula for speed of sound as PV power gamma is equal to constant. Let's we consider a gaseous medium having pressure P and volume V. Now when sound wave travel in that gaseous medium, there is change of pressure. You know that when sound wave travel, it's form the compression and rarefaction. So the particle which is in front of body which generate the sound, they press together, and that region you call the compression. Now during compression, the pressure changes. Air particles are the particle of gaseous medium compressed together, so there is increase of pressure. That is, if change of pressure is del P, so the increase of pressure is P plus del P. When pressure increases, you know that then there is decrease of volume. So decrease of volume is V minus del V. Del V is the change of volume and V is the original volume of the gaseous medium. So increase of pressure is P plus del P, and decrease of volume due to increase of pressure is V minus del V. So initially we write the equation PV power gamma is equal to constant. Now we can write new pressure is P plus del P and new volume is V minus del V. So we can also write that P plus del P V minus del V power gamma is equal to constant. Now the equation PV power gamma is equal to constant, and the second equation we have P plus del V V minus del V power gamma is equal to constant. Both equations are equal to constant, means one side of both equations are equal. So we can compare these two equations. By comparing these two equations, we can write PV power gamma is equal to P plus del P V minus del V power gamma. Now we can take V power gamma as a common terminal. We can take V power gamma as a common term. Here we see that the second term of equation not have value V. So when we take V power gamma as a common term, then we divide V over the second term of equation. If we divide the common term over the second term of the equation, then we can take it as a common term. हमारे पास कोई भी जो equation होती है उसमें हम जो कोई भी टर्म कॉमन हो, दोनों जो क्वांटिटीज़ हैं उनमें एग्जिस्ट कर रही हो, तो हम उसको कॉमन लेते हैं. अगर हमारे पास कॉमन ना हो टर्म दूसरी वाली में, तो वही टर्म जो हमने कॉमन ली वो हम दूसरी के नीचे डिवाइड कर लेते हैं. ठीक है. अब यहाँ पे हमारे पास इसमें V पावर गैमा यहाँ से हमने कॉमन ले लिया. इस दूसरी वाली में भी जो गैमा पावर है इसमें भी है, लेकिन यहाँ पे V नहीं है. तो V जब हम कॉमन लेते हैं तो सेकंड टर्म के नीचे हमने V को डिवाइड कर लिया. क्लियर. नाउ द इक्वेशन बिकम P V power gamma and P plus del P V power gamma 1 minus del V by V power gamma. This V power gamma is cancelled with this V power gamma. Both sides of equation have V power gamma, so we cancel this term. The remaining terms which we have, P is equal to P plus del P 1 minus del V by V power gamma. Now we apply the binomial expansion over the second term of equation, or we apply the binomial theorem. Binomial theorem हमारे पास क्या है, जब हमारे पास कोई भी ऐसी टर्म होती है लाइक a प्लस बी होल पावर n और a माइनस बी होल एन n, तो हम उसको जब बाइनोमियल थ्योरम अप्लाई करते हैं, बाइनोमियल थ्योरम इस तरह अप्लाई किया जाता है कि आपके पास लेट्स कोई भी टर्म है a और b 1 और x, उसकी पावर n है. पहले आप जो फर्स्ट टर्म है उसको लिखते हो 1, फिर आपके पास जो पावर है उसको 1 टाइम लिखा, जो आपकी सेकंड टर्म है वो उसकी पावर 1 डिवाइडेड बाय 1 फैक्टोरियल, प्लस फिर आपने पावर लिखी और पावर में से 1 माइनस किया और सेकंड टर्म का आपने स्क्वायर ले लिया डिवाइडेड बाय 2 फैक्टोरियल. नेक्स्ट आपकी पावर माइनस पावर -1 पावर -2 और जो आपकी सेकंड टर्म थी उसका आपने क्यूब ले लिया डिवाइडेड बाय 3 फैक्टोरियल प्लस आपके पास अब फिर नेक्स्ट अगर आप टर्म लिखना चाहोगे तो आपके पास होगी पावर विच इज़ n पावर -1 पावर -2 पावर -3 और x4 divided by 4 factorial up to so on. Clear? So when we apply this binomial expansion over the second term, here instead of 1 we have here we have 1 and in this equation we also have 1, but instead of x here we have del v by v and instead of n we have power gamma. So we can apply this binomial expansion over the second term. We have 1 minus del v power v by a whole power gamma, x equal to del v by v or n equal to gamma. So we write 1 minus power second value divided by 1 factorial power -1 second value का square divided by 2 factorial plus power -1 power -2 और सेकंड वैल्यू क्यूब डिवाइडेड बाय 3 फैक्टोरियल. अब फैक्टोरियल हमारे पास क्या होता है, ये हमारे पास कोई भी टर्म लाइक हम 3 फैक्टोरियल लिखते हैं तो ये हमारे पास होता है 3 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 2 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 1. 3 से पीछे 1 तक जितनी भी वैल्यूज़ हैं उनको हम आपस में मल्टीप्लाई कर लेंगे. 4 फैक्टोरियल हमारे पास होता है तो 4 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 3 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 2 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 1. ठीक है. हेयर वी टेक द change in volume very small because change in pressure and change in volume during the flow of during the motion of sound wave inside a medium is very small. Then when we divide this very small value over a large value and we take the square, then we get the expression that's nearly equal to 0. So in binomial expansion we neglect the square and higher order terms. We only write that 1 minus del v by v whole power gamma is equal to 1 minus gamma del v by v divided by 1 factorial. 1 factorial just equal to 1, so we can just write 1 minus gamma del v by v. So in this equation 1 minus del v by v whole power gamma, instead of this expression we can write 1 minus gamma del v by v. This one equal to this one by binomial expansion. So our equation become p is equal to p plus del p 1 minus gamma del v by v. Now we multiply these two terms. P multiply 1 we have p with this term we have gamma p del v by v. Now del p with this one we have del p, and when we multiply del p with this term we have this expression. Again change in volume and change in pressure is very small and original volume is very large. So when we divide this value or we solve this value, we have result that's nearly equal to 0. So we neglect this term. The remaining terms we have p is equal to p minus gamma p del v by v plus del p. Now we take p on other side of equation. We have p minus p and this expression p minus p is equal to 0. This term we take on the other side, we have this expression gamma p del v by v equal to del p. del p किस साइड पे छोड़ा, बाकी जो आपके पास माइनस वाली टर्म थी उसको आप सेकंड साइड दूसरी साइड पे लेके गए. इक्वेशन की इधर माइनस था, इस साइड पे आके ये प्लस होगी और फाइनल आपके पास एक्सप्रेशन ये आ गया. अब इस एक्सप्रेशन में से गैमा और p को आप इस साइड पे छोड़ें, बाकी जो आपकी रिमेनिंग टर्म है del v by v इसको आप दूसरी साइड पे लेके जाएं. हेयर del v by v इज़ मल्टीप्लाइड विद gamma p, so on other side del v by v divided over del p. As we know that pressure is equal to force per unit area, and we also define that stress is equal to force per unit area. Clear? And we define that change in volume per unit volume is equal to strain. According to Hooke's law, ratio of stress to strain is equal to elastic modulus. So here del p is equal to stress, force is equal to force per unit area, that also equal to change of pressure. So instead of del p we can write stress, and del V by V is equal to strain, mean change in volume per unit original volume, change in length per unit original length, or change in area per unit original area. You can say that it's strain. So it is ratio of stress to strain. Ratio of stress to strain according to Hooke's law is equal to elastic modulus. So we can write gamma P is equal to E, that is elastic modulus. As we already discussed that sound wave is a compressional wave or longitudinal wave, and the speed of longitudinal wave depend upon the elastic modulus as well as it's depend upon the density of the material medium in which it's traveling. Now instead of elastic modulus we can write gamma P. So we have gamma P divided by rho. Now in last lecture, while deriving the formula for speed of sound by using Newton formula, we write the expression P is equal to rho mgh. P के लिए यहाँ पे हमने डिराइव किया था कि P हमारे पास rho mgh के इक्वल होता है. लास्ट जो आपका लेक्चर था उसमें हमने डिस्कस किया था न्यूटन फार्मूला फॉर स्पीड ऑफ साउंड जब हम डिस्कस कर रहे थे. तो इंस्टेड ऑफ P वी कैन राइट rho mgh डिवाइडेड बाय rho. So when we put the values of all the terms, gamma is equal to 1.42, rho m, these are all are the constant values. So gamma is equal to 1.42, rho m is density of mercury, that's equal to 13.6, g is gravitational acceleration, that also a constant value 9.8, and here we use the standard condition, so we take the height 76 centimeter and density of air, that is our medium in which sound wave is traveling, it's equal to 0.0129. So by solving these all values we have expression V is equal to 33310 centimeter per second. When we round off this value we have 333 meter per second. This is the value of speed of sound found by Laplace by making correction in Newton formula. This value is exactly coincide with experimental value. This all about today's lecture. If you have any confusion or question, you can ask in your WhatsApp group. Thank you.